cheese on my knots. Look at they covered in garlic. That mean that money it felt like a pizza. I get it and split with my partners. Look here, I'm moving with flavor. My business, you can't even learn it in college. I've been through hell, I've been in this skillet with fire, and that's why I'm popping. Hold up, little homie, please don't get up on me. Don't mess up the aura, I ain't anybody. Do my little dance while I think I got goodness. They thought I was tripping or popping the molly. You out there copying swag, wrapped up in corny, little homie, you look like some molly. Some of y'all going out sad, I get up, go get it. I ain't finna wait for nobody. Pushing myself to the limit. If I never give up, I'ma win it. Pushing myself to the limit. If I never give up, I'ma win it. Pushing myself to the limit. If I never give up, I'ma win it. Pushing myself to the limit. Pushing myself to the... Yeah, I must be blind cause the way that it's looking, I'm trying, but I don't see no competition. I got success in my future, man, how do I know it? This prophecy, no premonition. I'm not afraid of your partners, they talk a big game, but they really just soft it and in it. They ain't wanna give me no A for the style that I made, so dog, I had to invent it. I gotta push to the limit. If I want it, I gotta go get it. I gotta push to the limit. I ain't never take nothing they give it. Self-paid, God made, I change, I say no way. I got blood of champion all in my veins. Turn up the city, turn up the city. Might start a ride, they better come get me. I got the ball and I'm running it straight through the door. Ain't stopping until I'm a 50. Way I be switching them styles, I probably won't run out of flavor until I turn 60. 7 times 70, I forgave all of my doubters. That's how I know God finna bless me. Pushing myself to the limit. If I never give up, I'ma win it. Pushing myself to the limit. If I never give up, I'ma win it. Pushing myself to the limit. If I never give up, I'ma win it. Pushing myself to the limit. 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 I ain't anybody. Do my little dance while I think I got goodness. They thought I was tripping or popping the molly.
All right. Welcome back to Bring the Juice. Weekly Tales today with Steve. The Lunch Pail guys are getting after it. Lots of grit. Piss is hot. Fire me up, baby.
Where do we even start, dude?
I think we start... I had a note for football. And I know we're going to Super Bowl next week. And we're going to have a shitload of content coming.
Yeah.
Shitload.
It's going to be blast.
In the group message today, I talked about we might be posting 200 times on Bring the Juice. Please don't unfollow us. It's all going to be quality stuff. Just come along for the ride. But
I have a feeling we're gonna impact some people on their doom scroll hours.
Oh,
it's just going to be douche.
You're going to see a 3:18 a.m. post. Be like,
what?
What?
All of a sudden they're doom scrolling again because everybody likes and subscribes and hits the notification bell.
Good. But from a football standpoint, don't want to dive too much into the game because we're going to do that next week. I just think weather is good for football. I saw a lot of people complaining about how, why are the Broncos and the Patriots playing in this blizzard game? Like, wouldn't you rather see good quality football in a dome? And my answer is no.
Guess what? We saw good quality football. We saw guys out playing the game. You know,
the elements are part of it.
Yes.
Like, maybe, and look, I get it where in basketball, it's always indoors.
Yeah.
Right? Probably
so
the same
standard.
temperature.
That's the
it's
game.
Standard.
That's the game.
I don't know, man.
I'll tell you this.
I like the elements. It's part of the game of football.
Tom Brady just posted this thing where he had like the top 10 clips or top 10 throws that he thought this year. Okay. And in that, he talks about how he realized he needed to learn and have his mechanics down so well so that if the wind, the
nose is down, yeah.
You know, like how to throw certain passes in this. And talk about one of the greatest athletes of skill, of grit, of just wanting to be the best, master of his craft.
One of the best guys to spin the pigskin.
You know, yeah. That's what I want to see. How many kickers missed field goals and how much impact did that have on the game? That was I was excited. Yeah, everybody wants to see a high-scoring game. Like, obviously, Seattle's game was very fun because it was high-scoring and back and forth. I had just as much fun watching the Broncos.
I just think if you really love ball, you were not on the side of the case where you're like, I wish everything was in a dome. You want controlled environments. And then,
mud. I want it muddy. I want it hard to hold on to the ball, and it's like 7 fumbles in one game.
It's and don't get me wrong. When people say like this is football weather, it's not football weather, right? We've played in cold games.
Yeah,
it's unideal as fuck.
It hurts
For sure.
Let's not talk about how much it hurts when you're getting smoked or
The
you're punching.
turf is so cold. I mean, I have burns on my hips still from like ice cold
Yes.
turf
Just tearing through
slid
you.
across my
My
skin.
knees, elbows, all
That's
of
what I'm
it.
saying. It's not football weather, but it's part of the game. And
Yeah.
I don't want every team to have a dome.
Well, and we've talked about this. Imagine if the Rams had to go play the Broncos in that game. Would have been a completely different game.
Very well could have
And
been.
I think the Rams probably would have lost that game too.
Who knows?
Because how are you going to throw the ball downfield? How are you
knows?
going to make those connections? So it's fun. Home field advantage.
Also on the football side, breaking news, Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler. And to that, I got to say, I think a line has officially been crossed. Okay? No hate on Shedeur. I think he's going to have a good career. Wish him the best.
Yeah.
But
We've talked about it. We like the guy.
The definition of Pro Bowl it's got to have some. Integrity is not the right word. It's got to have some weight still.
Well, yeah, it's
got to
one of
have
those,
some weight.
It's one of those things like, when you say Pro Bowler,
Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler.
he was a Pro Bowler. All of a sudden, now you're like, oh, well, is he going to go to the Hall of Fame? Is he going to this?
He's a
Well,
10-time Pro Bowler.
And
And also, it's not a game anymore. It's a flag football like skills challenge.
yeah, it's kind of just like an entertainment piece.
It's really gone downhill.
Think about this. Is it Sean Taylor that came and lit the punter up?
Fucking destroyed.
Destroyed him, right? What happened to the competitive AFC? I'm on the AFC team.
So I think one of the issues, and one of the reasons I tip my hat about the MLB is the MLB All-Star Game actually means something.
Right.
It means home field advantage
For
for
the
either
next-
side.
yeah.
Right? And I think if you
Is
made
it for the next year or is it for that
for
current
that season.
That season.
It's for that season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? So if you got something to play for.
Yeah.
It's not just a dick around fest. And they had the home run derby where it is a dick around fest.
And it's fun.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's one of the most.
I used to watch the home run derby every year. I still do.
It's something that I actually tune into.
Of course.
And
I want to see bombs.
There's things like I don't know the last time. Actually, I'll say this. I don't know if I've ever watched the Pro Bowl. Actually sat down with the boys and been
Locked in.
I'm gonna watch the Pro Bowl because this is
guys,
elite.
Pro Bowl's on. I can't do that.
Yeah,
today.
exactly.
No, yeah,
No,
it doesn't
not
happen.
doing that.
But I think if the NFL found a way to make it to where maybe you just got to be the home team, like you got to wear your home jerseys in the Super Bowl. Maybe that's something alone.
Right.
Maybe that's you got to figure out something.
You got to give them a crumb. You got to give them something.
Dangle a fucking carrot to where it means something.
Yeah.
But all that to be said, I just think that there's not enough. It doesn't mean what it once meant to be a Pro Bowler.
I agree. It doesn't have that punch to it. It doesn't have the,
A line was crossed.
You hear All American, I'm an All American. It's like that means something. It's like all right. And now it's kind of like, well.
And there's so many different committees now, right? I was an AP All-American. I was a coaches poll All-American. I was a Bring the Juice All-American.
Yeah.
Right? I was an East-West Shrine All-American. There's 1,000 different lists. And there's a lot of the common guys, but...
Which, don't get me wrong, that's great to let guys show...
show love. Good way to get your foot in the door.
Which
with
we
connections.
love. We love that guys getting recognition.
Yes.
But what you're saying is there's a and it's not even that there's a standard. It's the Pro Bowl.
It used to mean something. That's all.
Yeah.
Used to mean something.
Which is no hate on Shedeur.
No hate on Shedeur, but I think if you ask Shedeur, hey, do you think you deserve to be a Pro Bowler?
Did you
this year?"
earn this?
I think he'd say, "Shit, I'm happy to go."
Yeah, I'm happy
right?
to. I'm happy to be a part of it.
I think I could earn that next year and put up these numbers. But he's a competitor. He respects the game enough to be like, yeah, I'm probably I'm not Lamar Jackson now. I didn't have that good of a season.
Right.
He only started 6 games or something like that. Not even. So
it is wild.
it's wild. And I think there comes a point where you just say hey, let's just play with less QBs instead of having to fill that roster spot.
Yeah.
Right.
And and that's it should be exclusive. Right. It should be. It's not you were on a winning. It's not a bowl game.
No.
It's not a bowl. It's not like college football where it's like, oh, you made a bowl game. Congrats.
And now at this point, just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it. You have your first team All Pro. just get rid of it because it's not a game anymore.
No.
We're going to be at Super Bowl week and they're going to have like the skills challenge and it'll be cool to like go check out. But it's not, I mean, watching Jamar Chase play in an actual football game that says, AFC on it versus watching him like run routes on air.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
You want to go watch? Yeah, you're right.
And that's for the skill position. What about there's 11 players on the field at once, 5 of which, almost 50%, are linemen. What the fuck are they going to do during this?
Yeah.
Do a couple snaps? A couple kickbacks? I'd rather have the linemen do like a hot dog eating competition.
You know what? But yeah, that's great.
Have some entertainment.
Well, and that's what it's come down to. Is that's all it is now. I almost feel like it's entertainment for the players.
You
like
know what?
a fun camaraderie thing for the
boys
guys.
are at the top of the top are all together. They like to know each other and network. I think it's good for the players, but for the sport, for the league, I don't know what direction we're going.
For the fans, it's like, do you want to go watch your favorite players that are, used to be competitors against each other, like I said, blowing people up in the Pro Bowl. Now it's like, do you want to go watch them like all hang out and high five and fuck around?
What are we doing?
You
here?
know?
What are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know.
College football landscape. Okay, we got some news.
This is insane.
I got a few bullet points here. I'm going to start with the easy one. Diego Pavia was listed at 5'9". Now listen, I'm not talking shit on the 5'9". I'm a 5'8" fellow myself. But Diego Pavia was listed. He's officially listed at 5'9" and 7/8".
Okay. Through the NFL.
This is like scout official.
Scout quality.
NFL scout official. This is what's going to go to the combine.
And
with.
they don't
fuck around.
They
point the marker this way so you're shorter than you think you are.
Yeah.
My thing is, though, if Diego Pavia is listed at 5'9" and 7/8", but Vandy had him listed at 6 feet, that's some high school small town shit, man.
That is.
You can't have that big of a gap. You could have put him at 5'11".
Yeah.
They could have put him at 5'11" all day.
Because what'd you say? He's 5'9" and some change.
5'9" and 7/8".
So pretty much 5'10".
So if
you go to
he's
5'11",
true,
it's like, all right.
Realistically, Diego Pavia should have went into that hoping he would get measured at 5'10".
Right.
But I'm more pointing the finger at Vanderbilt football for this one for false information because
think about this.
That's a big deal.
Would you rather show up and somebody be like, "Oh, you're bigger than I thought you were," or show up and be like,
"Short.
He's smaller than you thought we were."
I think back to my high school football
No
experience where my sophomore year I was listed at like 5'10", 185, and I was probably 5'4", 115 pounds.
Hell
but
yeah.
here's the thing. So I was listed at 5'10", 185 sophomore year for the varsity program. Junior year, I was like 5'8", 5'8", 175. Listed at. I got smaller throughout my program career. It all got closer. It never got to the real number, but it got closer over time.
That's classic.
Listen, that's high school bullshit, high school football.
Yeah.
Trying to look like we have a bunch of 6 foot, 200-pound DBs. We ain't. Let me tell you, buddy.
Yeah.
If we had a hard hitting 185-pound safety, you're like, let's fucking go.
Exactly.
Bro. But
that's high school ball.
That's high school ball.
So
Who gives a
different.
fuck?
Yeah.
And you know what? They're trying to get recruited. Give them 5 pounds. When you're 17, you could just eat a lot that weekend and put on 5 pounds.
Yeah. Maybe you put some fishing weights in your
you're
pocket.
Not been there. But you're not gonna cheat the NFL measuring system. If you've never seen it, there's no way to get around it.
Well,
there's no
you have
fucking
to
way.
you have to have your feet a certain way. You have to stand a certain way. They're gonna push on your shoulders.
And it's not just one guy who does it one time. It's like 9 NFL representatives from different teams who are trying to figure out this correct number.
Yep.
So I just want to say, Vanderbilt football, let's get a little more accurate.
Just
let's get a bit of our scale.
Yeah.
And also, if he was listed at 5'11" and he was 5'9", I would be like, okay, it's something about flipping the digit where it goes to 6, and you're like, it's deceiving all of a sudden. But I still think he could have just as much success.
6 being that far off is bad.
Yeah, that's a big margin there. It's a big margin there.
Unacceptable. Standard.
The another thing in college football, we're now allowed to have NIL patches on jerseys.
Hey, patch this guy.
Bring the Juice wants to be on the Dogs.
Come on.
You heard it here first. We want the Bring the Juice box on the Fresno State football jerseys. Listen, I don't know if it's going to be a bidding war. I don't know how they're going to go about it. I for sure do not have the deepest pockets. But if there's one company that should be on that jersey, Bring the Juice is the one.
Hey, there's been one company that continues to show up for the Dogs, and it's
there's a
Bring
lot
the
of
Juice.
companies. I'm not even going to hate on other companies because there's a lot of companies that have contributed to Fresno State for a long period of time.
Absolutely.
You got to have some swagger out there, man. Got to have some swagger out there. You need it.
Well, and
We'll take care of the boys.
Let's be honest. Who's active in having guys out?
There's again, not going to throw shade to other potential sponsors out there. What I am going to say about this, though, okay, let's talk about the concept as a whole. You can now have an NIL patch with basically a company logo on a college football jersey.
Right.
I think this is a gateway drug scenario here. Okay.
Oh no.
Year one, let's say 2026, you're allowed to have AT&T. All right.
So, like, you know how any of the fields are named a certain company, you can
Sure.
have that now on a jersey.
You could it could be someone else. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I think right now, let's say Chick-fil-A wanted to go on the University of Utah's jersey. Okay. Chick-fil-A is right here on the University of Utah jersey. That's year one. Year two, they got a Chick-fil-A helmet for a game, right? Year three,
The Chick-fil-A alternate jersey.
They got a Chick-fil-A alternate jersey. By year four, Gus Johnson on the call here. Today we have Chick-fil-A versus Raisin Cane's playing for the chicken trophy. I'm telling you, this is the first domino that's going to fall to where, yes, these are the Texas A&M Aggies presented by AT&T. And it's
Wow.
going to be they're going to have
It's going to be
all
cows.
going to be branded football jerseys relative to company. And instead of it being like,
So is it like NASCAR where it's just like
I
the
think
whole
it's gonna-
car becomes?
I don't know if it's going to be like NASCAR where the pants are AT&T and the jerseys Chick-fil-A and the helmets, Michelin tire. But I don't know if we'll get to that point where it's NASCAR style. But I do see. I don't know why I keep going back to Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M is going to be sponsored by AT&T, and in the next 10 years, they will have like a black and blue and white primary jersey with a little Texas A&M logo right there.
Wow.
I don't know, because why not? If they're going to pay $1 million for the season for just the patch, but they say, hey, for $20 million, if you give us the whole jersey combo, money. What's the
Money
name
talks.
of the game right now?
Money
talks. Money talks. I could be completely fucking wrong. I hope I am, but you can't say you can't see the vision there.
Listen, where we're at right now in college football, I don't think I ever thought we would be. So to say we're not going to have a Pop-Tart jersey or any
Why
of those good bowl. Think about any of those good bowl games that put on actual good marketing
Right.
during the bowl games. You don't think that they would be down to drop
Shake some ass.
drop a bag on
Why
a
not?
jersey?
Even if it's one night. I mean, I will say this: if I am the Fresno State, Bring the Juice is the Fresno State jerseys. I will never change the jersey.
It's just
I'll have the patch. I would even make it to where the patch is in the yellow juice box. I would color code it to where it's relevant towards our whatever jersey we have.
I like that.
Right? I don't want to have a random yellow juice box on the Fresno State jersey. If we're wearing red, we'll make a little white and red. Maybe a little navy in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe I don't even want the patch.
I mean,
just give me a little helmet decal. Little helmet decal. Put it next to the V.
See, that's the problem. People are getting too greedy now.
I think the
People are
helmet
getting too
decal
greedy.
should go before the patch.
You're saying like
The
throw
decal on the side, like where people have the American flag or their number, whatever.
Yes.
Everyone has some shit. Fresno State has the V. I think
Fresno State
that's
has
where
like 5 things. We have
I
the
think
V
that's where
and
you start, though. I don't think you go straight into straight patch, because I'm telling you, this is a gateway drug situation.
it's a slippery slope.
Slippery until you pour some water on it, then it gets real fucking slippery. Now they're not just pouring water; they're pouring fucking baby oil and shit.
Oh, no diddy, bro. But like, think about this. There's guys now. If we're just gonna jump into this whole money thing, let's talk about Dabo's situation.
Okay, lay it out for me.
Okay, you got a guy. I didn't get to watch the whole video. Gist of it: you got a kid that enrolls at Clemson.
Okay,
Dabo, him, they're enjoying it. Family's happy. Everything's good. Next thing you know, Ole Miss head coach, hey, come to Ole Miss. We'll double whatever.
Pete Golding.
Yes, we'll double whatever they're offering you. He's like, oh, I'm good. They talk about it. Everything's cool. Next thing you know, kid's not showing up. Things aren't happening. They check it out. He's going to Ole Miss. So it's kind of wild.
He basically ghosted Clemson,
Yes.
right?
So yeah, and then he went to Clemson for like a week. He was in the linebackers room.
So he's in position meetings.
He was getting financial aid for Clemson. Pete Golding sent him a text, and it was a picture of a check with $2 million on it while he was in a communications class at Clemson.
Okay, let me relay this out. We got a guy, freshman.
No.
Okay,
Transfer portal guy.
We got a transfer linebacker go to Clemson. Dabo secures him. He feels good about it. Okay?
Yeah, they had a good recruiting process. Everything's going well.
Everything's going good. You're a Clemson Tiger. Pete Golding, Ole Miss head coach, is trying to get him to come over. Originally, the current Clemson player says, no, I'm good. Then Pete Golding sends him a text message of a picture of a $2 million check.
Yes.
See, bro, that's...
Which, to me, especially a guy that's enrolled in a school that is on a different team. So he's coming from Cal.
I just don't... I mean, bro, there's a threshold. There's a threshold where you say, hey, we talked about Beast Games last week. If somebody gave you a press, has a button and said press $1 million and it'll piss a few people off, but you now got $1 million in your pocket, would you do it? And it's like bang, automatically. So
you can't knock the kid.
I don't think you knock the kid. I think you knock the system.
Yes.
Now it's fucked that they could even do that
Okay.
at this time. They need to make it to where, again, the transfer portal, it needs to be, call it a 2-week process, a 14-day process.
Yes.
One window. If your coach leaves or someone transfers in, tough fucking love, man. You got to suck it up for a year, okay? But it's one 14-day window, and that window, it's fucking Wild West, how we like it.
Yep.
But once it's closed, the door is welded shut. Anybody who does any sort of tampering, immediate fine, investigation, suspension.
Well, here's what I said for this situation. I want to see there to be a standard and to be some consequences, right? Like clearly he shouldn't. Pete Golden, is that his name?
Yeah, Ole Miss.
Should not have done what he did, and that it's just clear as day. That's just not what you do.
It's not right.
There needs to be some accountability. I think it should go to all the way to the point where you are no longer allowed to coach in the NCAA if you do that.
Guess what? You got to scare the fuck out of people.
Guess what? There's a standard. It's not, oh, well, let's give him a suspension and let's tell him he can't do it again. How about no?
You got to scare the fuck out of people.
Not even scare him. You do that, you're out. You're no longer a part of our league.
No one's going to mess around with the gray area anymore.
The problem is nobody gets in trouble for anything.
No.
The worst trouble you get in is a two-game suspension.
And usually they pick the games, and then a team like Ole Miss, they're going to play, Florida A&M and be like, okay.
Yeah, whatever. We'll just blow them out and move on with it. Like, I want to see some real accountability where people are getting the hammer dropped on them.
I just don't know, and maybe I'm blind to this, but like the NCAA clearly has no control over the situation of college football.
No, it's because of all these legal battles that they're getting in.
They need to build. They should just use Nick Saban's lake house and call it the fucking
war room?
White House of college football almost. Nick Saban's the president.
Wow.
And at that lake house, Nick Saban gets to pick his council.
So is Nick Saban like the commissioner?
He's the fucking commissioner.
Yeah.
Nobody else could do it.
No.
Nobody else could do it. I don't care who's educated and they were on the board. Nick Saban, for as long as he's still going to be alive, he needs to be the president of college football.
I like that.
He needs to look everybody in the eye and say, hey, y'all shut the fuck up. All right, y'all getting money now. That's fine. We're going to do this, and this. Y'all fuck up. You're fucked. Okay?
You're out of here, pal.
And the reason I say that is because nobody else is going to listen to anybody besides Nick Saban. And most of these guys, I mean, look at the tree of Nick Saban coaching now. It's like
it's all this,
a quarter of the NCAA has been under Nick Saban at some point.
Well, not only that, it's like 85% of the top 25 every year.
Of course. They were under the tree at some point. They respect him is what I'm saying. Some random dude who's a commissioner who went to business school and worked his way up the system.
Nobody gives a shit.
Could you name who the head of the NCAA is
I have no
for
clue.
college football?
No.
Nate? Nobody knows. Nobody gives a fuck. He should be looked at the same where we know the names like Roger Goodell.
Yes.
Right? You know who Roger Goodell is. Whoever the person that's going to drive the boat for college football needs to be known on a ball knowers basis like Roger Goodell. And maybe we aren't like hardcore all we do is college football guys, because I'm sure those guys like a Josh Pate or a JD Pickell, they know these answers to these questions. We don't know this, but we know ball enough and we know who Roger Goodell is. NCAA needs to have the same type of accountability and just structure to make that shit fucking work.
Dude, you know, I love the way that
was a bar.
I love the way that was articulated, which makes me think of this one thing. If we're going to go back to the NFL, talking about Roger Goodell, the dynamic between what we're talking about, NCAA, zero accountability, no, like you don't know what's going on. It's a Wild West, whatever. Roger Goodell, you know what's going on in the NFL because he makes announcements, he engages,
right, he's got to be the spokesperson.
Yeah, but I think that they're lacking in a certain area as well.
What's that?
I can't stop seeing this whole Buffalo Bills got screwed by this call thing. So you saw
over it last week.
You saw it. I think it was Cooper Kupp.
First down catch.
Dove
caught. Dove. Ball came out.
Okay, so if the NFL wants to go above and beyond, right, and have that extra clarity, clearly it was a completely different play. Made a football move. Dove. Can't fumble from the ground, contacting it. Whatever.
Right.
Why not have NFL rules officials and actual officials like the white hat have a press conference after the game, the same way a head coach, the same way that players have to go and speak up for themselves and what they did. Why don't we have accountability with the officiating crews as well?
I think it's a fair take, especially considering that it's been
hot topic.
It's been a hot topic. You know, Puka earlier this year kind of called out the referees, saying these guys want to make calls so that they could turn on their microphone and make it about themselves. Hot take. Referees should have to wear shiesty masks. You don't know their identities. You never know their identities. That way they're not threatened by society, right? No death threats.
Hey, they're just
trying
trying
to bomb them or anything like that. But they could have that vocal voice. They could talk in the gangland voice during these press conferences.
Yeah, you know that first down was bullshit. My bad on that one.
Like they could, if they have to do that to show accountability, at least so we're all on the same page. Right?
That's a crazy take.
Why not though?
No, that's just funny. But you already know the conspiracy theorists. That's not the actual ref. Look at his ear. It's not the same ear.
It is bullshit. The amount, like, we don't know what could be said in there. Like, it could be 4th and 1, and we do not know if there's a microphone in that guy's ear saying, make sure they get this. Make sure they get this. Make sure they get this.
Dude,
and now they have the laser technology. I said this earlier. Laser technology.
It's just another way to cheat.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's another way to cheat.
And they're like, and you know, fucking Chris Collinsworth's like, yeah, you see, and it's like, bro, this is a PowerPoint slide with a yellow line and a artwork of a football, and yeah, it's this far away. You see, they're just a little short. I didn't see shit.
It looks like my nephew that's a freshman in high school making a PowerPoint
slide. And then they instant replay like 1/3 of the play, and then they're like, on to the next. Like, yeah, the Bills snapped that ball real quick. What the fuck are we talking about?
Our camera crew didn't even get them snapping the ball. That's
and
how
then
fast
what's
they went.
Gene Blandino, right? That's the rules analyst.
Yeah.
Is it Dean?
Whatever, man. He will switch his opinion instantly. It happened this weekend where he's like, yeah, you know, I think that's the right call. Then they overturn. He's like, yeah, they probably should have overturned it. It's like, why the fuck do you have a microphone?
Yeah,
man?
how about just don't talk until the ruling is out and then say you agree with it.
Also, why are you do the referees, like we talked about in the baseball game, get to pick the strike zone and make those calls? Or who's the higher puppet man saying like, yeah, that's a catch. Yeah, it's a catch. We need the Seahawks. Well, the Patriots.
Did you see that first down where I think it was Drake May goes in and it's like right on the goal line and they gave him the first down.
It was tight.
Very close.
It was worth looking at again.
The overhead shot, I'm like, I don't know. Highly suspect.
Suspect as fuck. I don't think, this is just a hot take again, I don't think that they should get to have a microphone in their ear.
Or have the microphone in your ear and have it broadcasted on a different
It should
network.
be like NASCAR where you could listen in on the pit crews.
Did you see the ACC where you can, and the ACC did this, you can listen to the broadcast room of them saying, is this a catch? Is this not a catch? And they would review it and you could watch it. Watch them review it. Love that.
I need more documentation.
Yeah,
I
agreed.
need way more documentation. Fun fact about the 49ers, not fun for Niners fans. Shout out to Nate for coming up with this fact. 7 of the last teams that beat the Niners in the playoffs end up in the Super Bowl.
That's
It's crazy.
well. Is it that or they win?
They win.
They win.
They win.
They go
They
all the
win
way.
Super Bowl.
They-
Eagles in 2023 or whenever they lost to the Chiefs.
It's crazy.
dude, there's
Which
Nate-
just goes to show the Niners are a tough football team.
they're
And
always they're always in it
They get beat by a tough football team.
by the
Hot
champs.
Take, I think if the Niners were healthy during these playoffs, I think they'd be in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Hot take.
I like that take.
But guess what? They're not healthy, and they're not in the Super Bowl.
Let's not act like that Brock Purdy didn't throw 2 touchdowns and beat Seattle in the first game of the season.
They had a chance.
Yeah.
They had a chance, and it didn't work out.
Did you see? This is also Nate. Shout out the Pope.
I did see the Pope.
I was raised Catholic. You were raised Catholic.
Yep, Catholic
Every
guys.
time
Big
a
religious
new
podcast.
pope has been elected, the Seahawks have won.
Is
a
it
Super
every
Bowl.
time, or
There you go.
Oh, they go.
they go?
They've won,
Oh.
lost, and now here's the next one.
Yeah. And how about this rematch between Seahawks, Patriots? Like the last time this happened, there was just hand the ball off. You know?
I think that and we could get. I want to get into this more Radio Row week because we're gonna have a couple.
Yeah,
good
let's
pods
do that.
about it.
Let's do that.
But yeah, that game's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Okay, should we get into UFC?
Yes.
Okay, so UFC this week. Obviously, Patty the Batty and Justin Gaethje had an absolute war. What a fight!
So you know how we were talking with Aljamain, and I was like, dude, my heart rate goes through the roof.
Yeah,
I took a video this week. It got up to 136
Wow.
heart rate watching this fight.
it's like running.
It's like doing a
It's like
CrossFit
grappling.
workout.
It's like grappling.
yeah, that's like zone 3.
It is. I want to start with the walkouts. Patty's walkouts, fucking awesome.
Electric.
I
Dude, him doing his little thing.
heads will roll, just like on point, loose. The wigs are iconic. He's smarter than people think because he is kind of taking a page out of McGregor's book where he's got a whole country behind him right now.
Dude, and that country will get behind you. We talked about it last week. The clips of when they get hot and when they get going,
Yeah.
it's unstoppable.
There's going to be a UFC fight in Liverpool at some point because Patty's going to be that guy.
He's good.
That being said, Justin Gaethje is a fucking warrior.
Dude, I mean,
Been a warrior the whole time. I'm so glad he has this belt right now.
will you look up? Well, did I send it? Are you on Bring the Juice Instagram? Yeah. Can you go on there and pull up that clip that I sent of Justin Gaethje's first fight? Did you see it?
Oh, so Justin Gaethje's first fight.
Dude.
He had literally zero experience. He just got in the ring.
Yeah, and it's in like a boxing ring. It's not even in a
Bro, this is like a backyard.
backyard. Yeah,
This is
there-
like the Bring the Juice
There's people in
boxing
lawn chairs, and he absolutely dumps the guy on his head. First off,
Fucking dunks the dude.
Dumps the guy on his
Gets
head.
the guy. I think he had to ask what the rules are. Like, is this legal?
And this
Can I
guy's
do
fighting
this shit?
back. Like, it's not like this guy tried to.
Justin
do some
Gaethje has
stuff.
no coach whatsoever. None of that
He
shit.
is about to get triangled in the air and
Oh, breaks his fucking neck.
look at the crowd in the background. Look
Like,
at the crowd in
Who
the
the
background.
fuck's this
dude.
crazy white?
Did you see them standing up like, let's go? Like that is epic,
Bro.
dude.
That's not even. That's that. Okay, what Justin Gaethje's doing right here, that is nothing other than I've been in a couple scraps. I'm gonna go try to win a little cash and see if I'm good at this. That is like that's fucking high school behind the dumpster. Fuck this guy.
Yes.
This dude's out cold, bro. He's in a fucking coffin.
Hey, he's
Holy
been doing
shit.
that.
We gotta find that guy.
Dude. Yeah.
You think he tells his buddies, bro, Justin Gaethje dunked me. I got baptized by Justin Gaethje. Which year? What year is that? 2004 or some shit, probably?
Something crazy. You see the shorts with like the
Put the fucking flames on the side.
Yeah.
He for sure got those at Walmart or some shit.
We should figure out who that was in that fight. Have one Bring the Juice talk about that fight.
I'd love to. All right, let's get to Hoke It. So, Josh, for those of we gotta lay this out. Let me paint this picture. So Josh Hokett played football with us at Fresno State. That's why we always talk about Josh Hokett so much. He's the boy. While playing football at Fresno State, he was also an All-American wrestler. He played for the Niners as a fullback behind Kyle Juszczyk for a period of time. He eventually said, "Fuck the NFL. I'm not going anywhere. I want to start my fighting career." He just picked it back up after taking 4 years off, pretty much.
Yep.
And then fought Bellator, got onto the Contender Series. He's 8-0. He's only gone past into the second round like 1 or 2 times, I think now. And it's because I think it was just early in his fight game.
Early in his career, yeah.
But he is now officially publicly known as a savage.
Okay.
He's got the personality. He's got the whole thing. We got the video pulled up of his UFC 324
Before
fight
we
right
get
now.
to that, I just want to say how funny it is to know Josh Hokett, know his personality, hang out with the guy. I feel like I always kind of knew he was going to do something special, you know?
Yeah.
And when he went to the NFL, I was like, oh, that's what it's going to be. Then he segues Bellator.
Which he was a great football player. Like stud football player. Watch his highlight tape against 2017 versus San Diego State.
Oh my gosh. How about Hawaii when he hurdles the guy?
Just fucking just stupid athlete. I mean, like as a freshman who was a walk-on, benching 315 10 times on the first day of fucking workouts and doing a backflip. Like it's nothing.
My freshman year of college, young, just out of high school, I saw him run over 2 linebackers on one play and score a touchdown.
Just stupid athlete.
Yes.
And
So-
never really knew his niche because both of our running backs that were in front of him at the time are in the NFL currently.
They're still playing.
And he's a dog. Like we always knew he could probably be in the league, be a special teams guy, be a fullback. But this is his calling.
And the cool thing is, it went from, okay, we went to his first fight, we knew he was going to be good, like we knew he was going to be special, to overnight, it's the only thing I see on my feed. Not even accounts that I follow, nothing. It's just random stuff. People are sending it to me like,
Bro,
isn't this your boy?
He's going all out. And like I have people who I have dudes who I work with who don't barely speak English who know he's my boy and they're like, Hawk it, crazy. And I'm just like, bro, that's Josh fucking Hokett.
Yes.
And that guy's going to be the world champ here the next probably year and a half. Hot take.
I like it.
Boys, these are just the highlights of the fight. You just want to live react to it.
Yeah. Play it. So Josh Hokett, 324.
Which he came out swinging like that last
Came
time
out
too.
so fucking hot. And the announcers are like,
we have audio?
He shot fast.
Oh,
It's
no,
okay.
we don't.
I got it memorized at this point. Just grounded pounding. And I'm not going to lie, out of the gate, watching Freeman in like a prone position here, bro, he's a big fucking boy.
He's
He's got
huge.
an ass. He's a baby hippo in himself.
Yes.
And Josh is just fucking him up.
Well, and you can see from the fights that we've watched to now, his strikes are way more accurate and way more
You gotta
solid
understand,
punches.
Josh Hokett is a All-American wrestler. You would not know that if you didn't know his background pretty much.
Yes.
Because he looks like he's just made for fucking people up.
And I love that he look at this.
Bang,
Ugh.
bang. Kick in the ass, kick in the fuck you, motherfucker. TKO my middle finger.
That's my
He slapped
favorite.
him in the ass. Ride the pony.
Is that even on the highlights?
Bro,
When I'm
it's
sitting-
look at the referee like, yeah, bro, you guys got your ass. Go straight in from a slap the guy, ride the pony, middle finger, do the Dougie. Bang.
Dude, that right hand's gonna be a problem
That
for
kick,
people.
bro.
And
I
bet
hope,
you, dude.
I
look
hope
at-
there's a photographer that got this. I hope-
somebody did.
because I'm
Look
gonna
at
get
how
that.
look at how dead this guy is. This guy's done. He doesn't want another.
His
he
legs
doesn't
are
want another
nothing.
2 seconds.
No, he ran away.
Yes.
He didn't tap out. He just said,
And the ref knew. Like, all
I
right, it's
genuinely
done.
thought his corner was going to throw a towel.
Yeah.
Not because he was getting his ass like beat to the point he died. I think there was like, yeah,
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, just stop this.
Yeah.
maybe they did like a head tap and we're like, hey, this guy's getting his fucking ass beat.
The longer that you're in this fight, the worse you're gonna look.
He landed, pretty sure I saw his opponent landed 0-6.
Yeah, so significant strikes.
How-
Josh was, I think, 76 for 82, and his opponent was 0 for 6. Bro, 0 for 6, that's what you do in an extra inning baseball game. Not a UFC match.
That's insane.
And Josh isn't like, it's some of these punches, like, yeah, there's some detailed punches. Some of them are just like, dude, fuck this motherfucker. Bro.
Yes, just getting after him.
And
even the announcers, like Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier, like the guys are like, he's absolutely getting after this
Bro,
guy.
But like the UFC, one thing I love about the UFC fighters, and I've learned this the more and more I'm getting invested. I'm officially like, I'm like a tier B investment guy.
Okay.
I don't have a wrestling background, so I can't relate to that side of things. But
Yeah.
I'm understanding the sport. I'm understanding the fighters a lot better. It's one of my goals. It's on my bulletin board for 2026.
Yeah.
And they love watching the fights.
They do.
I think in NFL, like football players don't really watch that much football. There's a lot of guys who
Right.
don't watch that much football. These UFC guys, they don't just watch them. They want to be there.
They want to be there.
Right?
That's remember Aljo said
Aljo's
I
like,
go to,
I wanna
Aljamain
see
said
this.
I want to go to every fight that I have time to go to.
Exactly. But I think getting the flowers he's getting on social media from these other fighters being like, yo, everyone's talking about his pregame, his postgame, post-fight speeches, which we'll get into in a sec. But like, bro,
What he did was
the guy's a
masterclass.
fucking savage. He's a
Yep.
beast. And he calls out a fucking dude who was on the card later that night. And I don't know about you. I think he's taking him.
I think
I think Josh Hogan's beating Derek Lewis right now.
But this is the thing. It's because his movement. It's because his placement. It's because his physicality. Like, dude, Derek Lewis. We had some buddies that were there. They said he didn't move more than 5 inches out of his
He
spot.
didn't give a fuck. He
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck. He's
It didn't-
old. He's slow. He knows it. It's
Yeah.
fine. He got paid.
But long story short, Hokit, I think, is just a different animal right now. I think the reason why the fighters love it so much and are really enjoying Hokit is because you can see the passion, the drive, the hunger. Hokit wants to go out there and finish motherfuckers.
He wants to finish motherfuckers.
Like-
he's now 2 for 2 in the UFC on getting fight of the night too.
Yeah.
Guys collecting a bag finally, which people don't understand. In MMA, there's not a lot
Sacrifice.
of bags out there.
There's a sacrifice.
There's a level, there's a dark place where you're not bringing any revenue in whatsoever. It's very difficult. But the Incredible Hulk itself,
the creature.
the creature is fucking growing. The beast is growing. He's like the actual Incredible Hulk, where he's getting all green and
Well,
shit.
I'm surprised he didn't go with OG Creeper.
Do
you remember
Yeah,
OG
yeah, I
Creeper
remember
days?
OG Creeper. I remember OG Creeper. I think there's some that could be taken wrong. OG
Yes,
Creeper,
yes.
you know, from like a pedophile standpoint.
Yeah.
But okay. So a question I had is Josh Hokit's post-fight speeches are almost more impressive than his fight performances.
I thought the same thing because I'm sitting there thinking my heart rate's high just sitting here watching it because I'm excited. I know his heart rate is through the roof. And for to be able to think that fast, rhyme, have rhythm, have some swag.
he memorizes it.
Yes.
So I want to know, and when we get Josh on the show, we got to ask him what his process is, because
I need some of that memory
is he
skills.
writing these down? Is someone else writing these? Is he chat GPTing these?
Have you seen no, I think he just has flow. Have you
Do
seen
you think he does these speeches off the dome?
not off the dome, but he knows a premise that he's going off of. I think he has like a structure of like, I want to get this message out and memorize his stuff and whatnot. But I think he's coming up with that all himself, just sitting, being himself, joking around
Gooning.
with the boys, like having fun, like almost like, when you're in the locker room and you're fucking around with the
You're
boys
freestyling.
and people are freestyling.
Gay
shit.
bar Fridays.
And, exactly. Yes. Anyways, Hokit's just sitting in there like, I'm going to beat this goober. And then he's just,
Yeah.
he's a fucking loser. And he just starts rhyming and shit. And then he's like, ooh, that was a good one. We're putting that in the post-fight speech.
Right. It's listen
Because
what
I've
it-
seen
what-
him on some live streams where he's
He can
doing
flow.
He's doing this now.
He can
like
flow.
on live streams or like on clip videos.
I think it's at the point now where, especially after this last fight, people now know about him,
Yes, he's on the radar. He's on the watch,
and he's backing it up. Right, he's winning
which is the most important part.
easily by far.
Yeah.
But the UFC is not stupid. They're very smart. They're very smart business people. Dana White knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yes.
And at this point, let's say 50% of the people like Josh Hokit and they like the banter. The other 50 maybe don't like it and they want to see him knocked out. Now, whether you want to see him win because you love the guy or maybe he's the villain and you don't like the guy, either way, you're watching.
Yep.
You're watching.
And Joe Rogan said it after the fight, and we'll get to the post-fight interview. But Joe Rogan said there's two things that you become big in the MMA. You know how to talk, and you know how to get people to want to watch your fights, or you beat the shit out of people. And Hokit just did both of those.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a huge compliment.
It's from Joe Rogan.
From
That's,
Joe
that's a
Rogan.
fucking awesome comment.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hokit gets invited to be on the Joe Rogan.
I wouldn't be either.
I would say I think maybe 2 more fights and he's on.
Look, this is the thing. Do you remember? I mean, everybody knows Joe Rogan's a comedian.
Yeah.
And he loves funny stuff.
Yeah.
There's a point in the UFC when Joe Rogan said, "Why don't we just say white guy something something?"
Yo,
black
yeah,
guy,
it was
something,
like
something."
it was like so and so in the green shorts,
Yeah.
so and so in the red shorts. He's like,
Or
he was
just
like,
white guy.
so and so white guy, other guy, black guy, and it's
Yeah.
like
and then the guy goes, "That
was said by
Dana
Joe
White."
Rogan?
Or Joe Rogan.
that was said by Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
they're
classic.
fucking hilarious.
Classic.
They're fucking hilarious.
Yes.
I love that shit.
I do. It's okay.
It's so
get
raw.
offended.
It's so no. That's what's great about the UFC. They don't give a fuck.
No.
they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
And guess what? Hey, we're fans. We like that shit.
Yes.
I want good post-fight interviews. And you know what? I watched that entire card. Okay. They need the Josh Hokits because there's
They
guys
do.
who are winning who are like, I want to give all the glory to God, blah, 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 like, blah, blah, blah. And like,
Which is great.
and Joe Rogan has to feed out of them, like, who, ask like 4 questions to get a real post-fight interview.
A real
Do you have an
punchy
opponent
moment.
you're looking at next? Like, oh, whoever they want from me. Like,
You know-
like you want fucking. I don't know why I'm talking with like an English Brazilian accent right here, but you want the fucking call outs.
You
need
know
that shit.
You know how like they make the edits of like so and so versus so and it's like they're like sparring, and then it's like some highlights, and it's like a post fight interview. Like, I want the fucking, I
Right.
want them all, whatever.
Michael Chandler's really good at it.
Can you imagine Hokit's fucking clips like once he becomes
bro.
like a contender, and it's
For
like
sure.
Hokit versus blah blah, and it's all of a sudden it's like Brittany Griner's a freaking dude.
So Hokit called Brittany Griner a man, not for the first time either.
no,
And I
I
think
think-
people
I think
got to
the-
understand this too. There's a very public clip of Brittany Griner on social media shooting pool basketball. She's walking around in men's like trunks,
Right.
no shirt, chest looks like mine or yours. And I'm not saying she's just not endowed in that area necessarily. I'm saying it's like if you're a female, you don't walk around in board shorts with the fucking your shirt out like that. Like that's
Yeah.
not. I
Which-
don't care if you're
that's just a societal thing.
lesbian
That's
or
in the United States.
or you act like a man. Like I don't care about that. You do what you got to do. It's your house. Hey man, you can't say he doesn't have a fucking case here. Like I'm not saying Brittany Griner's a man like Josh Hokit is, but
to raise the question,
there is questions, and my question to you is: has Brittany Griner seen the clip yet of Josh Hokit calling her a man?
absolutely. And
Absolutely.
It's one or two things. Either she leans into it and is like, "That's fucking hilarious,"
I don't think so.
or she's like,
WNBA players get pretty butthurt about everything.
about pretty much everything. Well, that's what I was going to say. Or there's going to be a huge thing, and it's going to blow up into this thing, and then Josh Hokit's going to say, "All right, come to the cage and fight me."
I mean, Draymond Green said we should just pay him $100,000 to shut the fuck up in the
Who,
WNBA.
Hokit?
No,
Oh,
in the WNBA. So
Wow.
again, I'm not going to lump WNBA into Josh Hokit, but it's pretty unique.
The
Josh Hokit thing's
Listen,
pretty
there was a lot of people that thought it was funny, so it popped for the right crowd. If it didn't pop for you,
You were never going to be a fan anyways.
you were not going to be a fan anyways. And guess what? There's comedians out there that people don't like. Just don't listen to them.
I agree. Speaking of basketball, okay, I had a hot take that I heard, and I want to dive into it. So NBA is just boring. Nobody gives a fuck.
I don't
right?
think I've watched a full NBA game. Actually, I don't think I've watched more than 30 seconds of an NBA game in 5 years.
I think if we lived in a city like Boston or something where the Celtics are here, we'd be invested. We're just not. And we're in Cali. It's where we got the Lakers, we got the Clippers, we got the
I
the
grew up in
Warriors, we
LA.
got the Kings.
Grew up watching them. Yeah.
We got teams. That's not the issue. I just think there's not the excitement factor because of the lack of defense and guys give up and effort and workload and all that stuff.
And we've seen it on full display. We've covered clips where guys
Yes.
are just blatantly not playing defense.
And I'm not going to talk out of my ass here, but I saw something that said NBA games should be played to 1st to 100. Okay?
So let's break this down.
Okay.
Right now, the problem in the NBA is there's not enough.
There's no defense, there's no hustle.
There's not enough.
Unless you're in like a playoff game, there's no defense and no hustle.
Well, there's not enough. What do you even
Pace?
call it? No, it's not even pace. There's not enough intentionality in play to play, right?
Yeah, it's like, hell, I got the ball. Let me throw this bitch.
Yeah,
out. Fuck it.
okay.
They're not
You
running
know,
plays anymore.
You can be down 10 points and be like, oh, we're chilling. Like we can flip this in a minute if we
Right.
need to, right? So guys might be taking plays off or looking for an easy bucket, or I'm not going to run down on defense. I'll just wait for them to throw the ball back down to me.
I would love, and I'm sure like our boy Quincy Pondexter will comment on this potentially, being like, hey, that's the stupidest fucking take I've ever heard in my life. It very well could be, but you can't say it's not a good conversation piece in a podcast because it kind of makes sense. Kind of checks out.
So what you're saying is once a team has to play to a certain amount of points, now defense becomes a big factor again.
The whole thing's to up defense.
You can't give up points now because there's an end goal, right? So to me, it makes sense of solving the issue of lackadaisical play and boring games because the whole time you're going to be pushing towards, where the stop is.
The only thing, and we don't have the data on this right now currently in front of us, but like how many times is a team up that has 100 points go
and lose,
right? If it's 100 to 99, that fucking sucks. But if it's 100, I've seen games where it's 100 to 88 in the third quarter, and the team that has 88 points comebacks and wins. So like we might be talking out of our ass. Maybe 100 is not the right number.
Maybe it's 150.
Maybe it's 110. I don't know what the number is, but there's got to be something there to be like, hey, let's get it going.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. A lot of basketball people are probably gonna be pissed about that.
Yeah, probably for sure.
But it is boring at times.
Okay, another one. Venmo requesting the boys. Venmo is a great app. Okay, it's made to exchange money for when you don't have cash.
It's very versatile.
Now, I think the proper technique on Venmoing is if we were to go to dinner, right? I'm not responsible for you. If we just said, hey, we're at a busy place, you know what? Let me just put my card down so we get this real quick out.
Yeah.
Or
they're
hey,
like, we don't split checks.
I got cash. If it's $100 after tip, and you'll be like, hey, Frank, Venmo me 50, no problem. Right? I think where it changes is like if we're out at a bar and I get a round of beers, I'll just be like, hey, why don't you just get the next one?
Yes.
You know? I think the minimum, I don't think it's a minimum thing. I think it's a circumstantial thing. And it's got to become something where people who Venmo request $12 for a beer when they're out with their buddies, it's like, dude, just buy me the next beer. Like you're going to get another beer.
Yeah,
and maybe
exactly.
maybe we end on an odd number, right?
And guess what? You came up today.
And the next time, it will work out in the end.
Well, even so, I feel like one of my favorite things, when I was one of the younger guys in our group, right?
Yes.
Every time I'd go out, the boys would always be like, we got you. Like, we got your beer. Don't worry. We'll get this one. And that was always nice, And
right.
Everybody was always like, we're the older guys. Don't worry. We're just taking care of you. Do that to your younger friends.
Of course,
So then,
I agree with that.
So then, one of the things I enjoyed doing, my buddy Ryan, it was his birthday. I said, you know what? I'm just going to buy everybody's dinner.
Sure.
And it felt good. And it's like, all right, I'm passing on what people have done before.
And you tell him to do it to his young.
Yes.
Yep.
But there's a weird moment when, you're with a buddy and all of a sudden, hey, yo, can you Venmo me for the lunch, or you get a Venmo?
I think
request?
it tells a lot about a dude's character when he's like, hey, like, yo, can you hit me with like $26?
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
Well, it's interesting because I've
what are we doing here?
yeah. But at the same time, I'm not going to knock a buddy that's like, well, shit, I need the $12, and it wasn't agreed upon.
If you sit, it needs to be predetermined, probably. Yeah. Like if we go to a Chipotle and it's like, yo, just Venmo me $20 or Venmo me $15.
Oh, all right, bet.
Done.
Yeah,
no problem.
cool.
But
Easy.
when guys are like, well, you ordered the appetizer, I didn't have any, and it's like,
yes, that's the one.
Hey, like you had a drink and I
don't
or
drink.
You had 2 drinks, I only had 1, so like, it's like,
are we gonna split the? Yeah. No.
Am I gonna start doing percentages?
Here, let me get that amount from the tip back.
It's like, well, I think I should tip 20%, and you're like, I tip 15%. It's like,
I don't tip at all. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. It was a joke.
Crazy about you, Steve. I mean, you know what? I've been put in some hard situations lately on tipping because when I go to a restaurant, I tip. I'm a 20% guy. Okay.
Yeah, that's like the standard rule of thumb.
But I'm at Chipotle, I'm not tipping.
Yeah.
I'm at Starbucks, I'm not tipping.
Agreed.
And, I think my line is I still, like, if I order 1 Coors Light, I'll still tip on 1 Coors Light.
Yeah, like a buck or two, depending on how expensive the beer is.
If it was like an airport Coors Light's $11, I'll
$2.
probably leave $2.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just open the fucking
Yeah, they
top off,
pull it out of a
put it
fridge
right
and hand it to you.
And that's really a hard pill to swallow, but I think that's just my rule of thumb to where I'm good with it. Uber Eats tipping is tough for me.
It is tough.
I don't understand it. I've seen some people on like DoorDash and Uber Eats on the higher ups who have been fired who are like, don't fucking tip. It doesn't go to the people who drive anyways. Like, also, takeout is tough. Like, I order takeout and it's a $70 tab, and they're like, "How much do you want to tip?" I mean, what am I tipping?
Question for you.
What am I tipping?
Question for you.
Do they spit in my food when I don't tip? I don't know.
You're on the sushi bar.
Okay.
Do you tip the sushi guy or the waitress?
Well, I'm getting a tab, right? I'm getting a tab. So if I'm getting my tab and it's $100, I'm adding $20 to that.
Okay.
Versus putting it in the
you're not
sushi-
putting it in the jar.
I don't think they should put you in a bind like that.
That's
usually
that's
what
one
they
I'm like,
do-
do I go 10-10?
No, because usually what they do is they collect all the tips and they split them up.
That's what I was gonna say too. Are they sharing all the tips?
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
See, but then that gives me back to, well, what if my waitress is really good and she's getting a lot of tips, and then somebody's not carrying their weight,
Yep.
and they're not getting a lot of tips?
Right.
I don't like that either.
Don't like that either.
I think that's, yeah. Don't Venmo request people that you shouldn't Venmo request.
You got to figure out the land. That's how you figure out who your friends are.
Or don't spend money don't
Don't put yourself in bad situations.
Don't put yourself in a situation if you can't spend the money.
Yeah.
Right.
Figure it out. Be transparent. Guys, hey, I don't
Hey.
got the cheddar right now for this. And half the time, if you're with me, I'm going to say, bro, I got you.
I got you, bro.
Bro, I
Because
got
guess
you.
what? What? Do I want you to now not hang out with me?
Right.
Because-
Hey, yo, I got dinner. Buy my first drink at the bar.
Yeah.
I paid for your $62 dinner. Get my $13 tequila soda.
Yes.
We're good.
Yes.
We're good. It's about communication with the fellas.
It's
Communication
so
with the
easy.
fellas.
It's so good.
Just get her done.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, so next week we will be at Radio Row. We're going to have a lot of content dropping. It's going to be unorthodox as fuck, but this is the way we like to do it. This week, we do not have an episode on Thursday with a guest. It'll just be this episode that you're listening to today. Make sure to buy some merch, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe. Follow us on all the social medias. Stay tuned for Super Bowl week. We got a lot of hot shit, a lot of challenges. The Content House in San Francisco is going to be electric.
It's the boys.
It's the boys getting after it. Very, very
It's a bunch
raw.
of lunch pail guys.
It's primal. It is cavemen in caves. It is cavemen in caves. Until next week, stay fired up. Get your piss hot. To the army of grit, chase greatness. We'll see you next week.
Or I ain't anybody. Do my little dance while I do my God goodness. They thought I was tripping up, popping the molly. You out there copying swag, wrapped up in 20.